First full-size hybrid SUV.
So this is a two-mode hybrid. What mode are we in now?
Right now, we are in the we're in the battery charging mode because we're just coasting along. Actually, now we're running on hybrid power, so both the engine and the battery are providing power. We're in the first mode, basically, where it's the same type of hybrid system that you would find in most other hybrid vehicles from Toyota or Ford or other companies, where it cycles back and forth between running on the internal combustion engine and the battery, and when you decelerate, it does regenerative braking to provide power back to the battery and keep it charged. Oops, I guess I'm supposed to stop.
So the first mode is for city driving.
City driving, lower speed driving, where when you're at part load conditions, if the battery's got enough of a charge to it, then it runs just off the battery for up to a mile at speeds up to about 30 miles an hour. And then as the battery charge level drops, it switches the internal combustion engine on automatically, which can recharge the battery and can run off a combination of the engine and the battery.
So this is pretty normal acceleration, and I don't feel a difference between a V8, Yukon, or Tahoe. So it has the 6.2 liter V8?
6.0 liter.
6.0 liter V8 with cylinder deactivation.
Yeah.
Battery assist when needed.
Right now the engine's not running. It's just charging the battery because we're just coasting. Regenerative braking.
And what type of miles per gallon do they expect in the city and the highway for this?
The official numbers haven't been published yet, but city mileage under the new 2008 standards should be around 21 miles per gallon, and the highway mileage should be probably around 23 to 24 miles per gallon.
It's
pretty impressive for a 6,000 pound vehicle that also has 6,000 pound towing capacity.
Yeah, I wonder if there's going to be a lot of customers who tow with their hybrids.
Well, I think that was one of the reasons why GM chose to put the hybrid system on the full-size SUVs first, because even though the absolute numbers don't seem that high compared to, say, a Prius, the actual number of, if you drive 12,000 miles a year, the actual number of gallons of fuel that you'll save per year
will be a lot more.
Will be a lot more, because you're going from something that would normally get maybe 16 or 17 miles per gallon, normal all-around driving, to maybe 20 to 21 miles per gallon. And for those people that still need towing capacity, the vehicle is capable of providing the towing capacity. It's got the same interior space as a standard Tahoe or Yukon.
Yeah, it doesn't feel different at all. I don't sense anything. It doesn't feel heavier either, which I thought it would.
No, the Tahoe and Yukon hybrids are actually the same weight as the conventional models, because GM made a lot of changes to reduce the weight. It's got an aluminum hood and tailgate, lighter weight seats, lighter weight wheels. So they put a lot of effort into weight reduction and also noise reduction, because when it's running in electric mode, then the vehicle is inherently a lot quieter. So they put a lot of effort into making it quieter all around, so that when it's running in hybrid mode or off the internal combustion engine, it won't necessarily feel any louder than it does in electric mode.
Yeah.
Where are the batteries?
Batteries are under the second row seat. It's a nickel metal hydride battery, about 300 volts.
How does that compare to the battery in, say, Highlander?
It's about the same. All the so-called strong hybrids, like the Toyotas, the Ford Escape, and these are all generally 288 to 300 volt batteries.
Now, with the batteries and the special transmission the two-mode hybrid system has, is that all covered under GM's 100,000 mile warranty?
Yes, the battery, because it's related to the emission controls, the vehicle emissions, is actually required to be covered for a minimum of 80,000 miles anyway under the EPA requirements of 80,000 mile warranty for emission controls, and I believe that they're actually going to be covering it for 100,000 miles. And given the way that the batteries have held up on other hybrids, that shouldn't really be a problem.
Yeah, it definitely seems like, hybrid taxis, Priuses that have been punished for the last, 3-4 years they've been out, have definitely held up. I haven't heard of many hybrid failures.
Yeah, I mean, the first batch of Ford Escape hybrids that went into service in New York City as taxi cabs hit 175,000 miles earlier this year, and I don't believe they had any single failures of the battery or the hybrid system at all.
So we don't know what they're going to price the two-mode hybrids in the Yukon or the Tahoe at?
GM has not announced pricing yet. They should be available probably sometime around November, December of this year. We'll probably find out the pricing a little closer to that time.
I mean, I would certainly imagine the system itself is expensive, but GM probably doesn't want to put out a $65,000 hybrid SUV. So I would guess it wouldn't be that much. But they definitely have to eat a lot of cost if they chose to sell it for less.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, they haven't said officially how much they're going to charge for the system or how much it costs. It is a more complex system because of the two-mode capability than the other hybrid systems that are on the market. So, it's inherently going to be a little more expensive. But we'll just have to wait and see.
Now, you drove the Aspen two-mode in Chelsea in June. Is there a difference between the two? I mean, what do you think? Can you contrast them?
The transmission, the two-mode system itself is the same. They're all going to be supplied by GM. GM is building them for Chrysler, for Mercedes-Benz on their ML hybrids, and for BMW for the new X6 hybrid. They're all using the same transmissions. The main differences, they're all mated up to different engines. The Chryslers are using their Hemi V8. It's really pretty similar to this. It's got cylinder deactivation just like this one does. It's not radically different. GM's a little bit further ahead on their development than their other partners on the two-mode development. And so
that is a pickup.
Yeah, their level of refinement at the time we drove the Chryslers was not quite as high as these, and these are just about to go into production. The brakes on the Chryslers, you could feel the transitions between friction braking and regen braking a little more. And on these, you don't really feel it at all. But they're still a year away from production at the time that we drove them, so there's plenty of time to refine that.
Wow.
And the two-mode part of the two-mode hybrid system is at highway speeds, the transmission actually has a couple of clutches in it that can lock into up to 4 different gear ratios. And what happens is that the power flow actually completely bypasses the electric motors when you're cruising at highway speeds, so that there's actually no efficiency loss. In a hybrid system like Ford's and Toyota's, it's continuously driving through the electric motor, which acts somewhat like a torque converter on an automatic transmission. So there's always some power loss through that. The efficiency of that system is only about 85%, whereas on the two-mode system, the mechanical efficiency through the clutches and the gears is around 95%. So you get a little bit better highway mileage than you would normally get with a single-mode hybrid system.
Now there's also aerodynamic changes they made too. There's a lower front air dam.
Yep.
That goes much lower to the ground and looks to divert air kind of around the front of the vehicle.
Right. They also sealed off some of the openings in the front. You can take a look at that when we get out. So there's less airflow through the engine compartment.
Do they do anything underbody?
Yeah, I believe they did do some underbody work as well to smooth things out.